Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 19th of December. Now I am here with my doggos. I've got Sophie over here snoring and I've got Sprocket just here. There he is. Hey Spock. Oh yeah, Sophie's got to get the attention. You know how it goes. She's been so jealous lately. They keep snapping at each other. Oh, I'm sure they'll sort it all out. You right, Spock? If you are new here, my dog Sprocket's just gone blind and he's had a bit of a bladder infection, but he's come good. He's just got to work it all out now. It's a lot to deal with, isn't it, guys? I was telling you guys all about the stray cat. I'm a bit of a dewdrop in. I feed a lot of stray cats. I've had probably about 16 or more over since I've been living in this house. And I brought a little picture on my iPad to show you guys. The latest addition is Max. Here he is. I hope you can see him there. He's this huge fluff ball. Oh, you can see out in my garden because of the reflection. You can just see him. There he is. I'll hold it still. Oh, that's Max, everybody. He's the latest addition. He's so fluffy. He's like an abandoned rag doll, I guess you could say. That's what he reminds me of. He's only got a couple of burrs on him. He's actually pretty well maintained. He must get hot in that coat though. But anyway, so that's the latest addition to my menagerie of animals is Max. He let me pat him and everything yesterday. That's the first time. Pretty much yesterday, day before. He's been coming to my house for a long time. I lost my tomcat a while ago, my stray tomcat. I always have stray tomcats, and you know how much they love to fight. I've got two outdoor cats as well that are strays, Lily and Joe. But Joe is very passive. She's very good with other cats. And Lily is a little troublemaker. So I've actually got her in the caboodle at the moment. My daughter actually just called her a Karen. She thinks and I think Lily is, she takes on that big cat, Max, and fights with it. And she's this little tiny petite little thing. So at the moment, she's in the chicken coop. It's like a little farmhouse now. It's really nice. So she's quite happy in there. So, yes, the animals just continue to find my house. They know where they get loved, fed, and a nice warm bed and a nice pat, don't they? Oh, my goodness. Oh, it never ends. The revolving door of pets. Oh, my goodness. I know you guys understand it because a lot of you out there have pets as well. And it gets exhausting, doesn't it? Now I'm like thinking, I better worm Max and I've got to get him. I bought a flea tablet yesterday, so I've got to do all these things to get him on track. Oh, anyway, enough about my life, guys. I hope you're all going well. I hope you're not struggling too much with your aches, pains and ailments. I know a lot of us have been having a few troubles in the last sort of 6 months, but we're getting there. Christmas is coming very close now, guys. So, yes, just enjoy it is all I can say. Just enjoy it, relax, make the most of it, enjoy time with your family and friends because as we know, it's certainly been a little hard in the last few years, hasn't it, guys, to get together with people at all, really. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, the energy this week, it's getting tiring. Actually, our town, it was busy the other day, but it's not as hectic as most years. I am noticing it's not as hectic. Usually by now there's lots of tourists going through my town. They head down to the coast, but there's not as much traffic. I'm guessing a lot of people can't even afford to go away is probably what's happening. Now I've just got a little bit of info I've got to share with you guys, which is quite ridiculous. Yesterday I was talking to my sister, yes, and we were talking about my mother, my mum that wouldn't let me in a house for a couple of years now, who's all jabbed up. Well, my sister's going to visit her today, and we were talking about it, and she's actually going to take her to the doctors, she said. And I said, why is she going to the doctors? Like, now what's wrong? Oh, no, she just wants to get her updated booster. Oh, yes, for the very important immortal CV virus. We know how it goes. And then she proceeded to tell me, and not only is she getting the booster, oh, yes, she's getting the shingles jab. And I said, why in the hell is she getting a shingles jab? What, because the doctor told her to get a shingles jab? So my sister said, oh, well, it's her body, her choice if she wants to get the shingles jab. I said, but she's never had shingles in her life. And I said, now she's going to get shingles pretty much. She goes, oh, well, if she does, she does. And I said, well, then that's going to be you that's going to be bearing the brunt of that. Like, why would you get a jab for something you don't even need it for? These doctors are conning people. It's making me so ill. And I said, well, you just never listen to me, so let her go ahead and do it. I don't even care. I mean, we knew someone here who got advised by a doctor to get the shingles jab, and she got the shingles jab, got shingles within 3 weeks, got shingles, never had it in her life, and ended up with a real serious, infection in her knee or something, and it just went on and on and on. Anyway, I don't even want to go there because it made my blood boil last night. I could hardly even discuss it. I had to just stop talking in the end because I was that infuriated about these doctors making all their money and just bullshitting to people. It's just sickening. Like I said, we've got all the shingles ads on TV now. I'll go and get your shingles jab. Yeah, funny how shingles is on the rise, isn't it? Some bizarre thing has caused shingles to be on the rise. And now, miracle, they've got a jab for it to prevent it from spreading all around the world like something else we know. And you know what was interesting, guys? Even when I was talking to my sister, who has been in the narrative for a while, I think I told you that she's a bit of a wake-up now to cash. She's working out that cash ain't so bad. Well, she got talking about how many people she knows are dying of cancer. And I didn't say much. I mean, we talk about this a lot here, don't we, guys? That, talking about cancer on the rise, we do discuss that a lot, and what's the mystery behind cancer just going through the roof and people dying of it willy-nilly everywhere now. And I did say to her, the frustrating part I said to my sister about cancer is that so much goes into fundraising for these cancer things, but don't you find it strange that there's never a cure? It's always just going to oncology nurses or to the hospitals, or there's never a cure. It's the one thing they miraculously can't seem to, it's so weird. They just can't get a cure for it. And she actually said to me, this is what she said to me. She said, I think they don't want to cure it either because I think that's their way of controlling the population. Yep. If they don't cure cancer, they can control the population. Now, where did that come from? I found that a very strange statement that came out of her mouth because I'm thinking, are they seeing something different to us? She's still understanding that there's this controlling of the population, but we see it as perhaps the picky wheel might have been there to do that because it did seem to bring a rise in number of deaths, perhaps via heart, cancer, many things. But she actually said that. She said, I think they don't cure it because they want to keep everybody, keep the population under control. Now, that to me says that she's waking up to something, isn't she, to say that. So off they go to the doctors today. So I'm not even going to go there anymore, guys, because it's just made me that infuriated. I feel like if my mum gets wind of another variant, we probably won't be able to go into her house again. You know how it goes. I'm that used to it, I don't even bloody go visit her anymore. That's what it's done to people. I know you guys have been through these things as well. Louise, we talk about it all the time. Many of us have lost family and friends. I still see my friends downtown, or ex-friends, that don't have anything to do with me, completely wipe me. Over what? Because I had made my body choice. Go figure. Anyway, enough of me ranting on and having a big whinge this morning. How about we move on, guys, and just get started on the reading today. Welcome if you are new. Please think about subscribing. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please feel free to comment down below. I hope, Karen, you got your birthday wishes the other day from everybody. Have a wonderful birthday. I know it's this month. What else was there? There was something else I was going to say. Gone blank. Okay, let's get just straight into the reading. Without further ado, got my water today. It's quite hot here, and the dogs are pretty tired. Look at poor Spocky. God bless. He's completely worn out from this going blind. It's pretty overwhelming. I must say it's pretty overwhelming for me too to get my head around, guys. Hasn't affected his appetite and smell low, which is a good thing. Okay. Oh, I'm getting China again, which is Canada if you're new here. I'm getting China. Oh, it's showing me Trudeau just pouring things into a giant vat. Like if you think of a giant vat, is that what they call them? That they make like alcohol and different things in those giant, like vat. I'm calling it a vat. I'm just going to call it a vat. Well, Trudeau's just pouring all his ingredients into this giant vat. He's making a big mix. He's putting everything together. This is what Trudeau's doing. He's putting everything together for next year. This is for next year. He's currently got it simmering and like cooking. Well, I don't know what's the word you'd use. If you think about what do they do in big vats? They cure whiskey and things like this where they let things stand still for a while and they let things kind of stew and simmer. That's kind of the wording I'm getting. He's got everything in this giant vat. This is Trudeau. And he's letting everything simmer and stew. You know, it's like if you were doing a slow cooker, for example. You put all your ingredients in and then you just leave it all day to what would you say? To sort of break down the meat and tenderize all the vegetables and meat and everything like that. And let the flavors go through. Well, this is what's happening with Trudeau. He's putting everything into this big giant vat, but it's like a cooker thing, and he's allowing it all to just sort of simmer now under the surface, and it's hidden from view. See, this would be the next part of the rollout. Trudeau's got it hidden from view, but he's pouring everything into it. I feel like he's pouring, it's pouring his heart and soul. Oh, he's got a heart. I find that hard to believe. That must be just a saying, because you wouldn't think he'd have a heart, really, would you? Yeah, I'm thinking of him like who's the one without the heart? Is it the lion in The Wizard of Oz? I get muddled up with that story. There's the lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow. Anyway, he's putting all his heart and soul into it, because he wants the next part of the agenda to really go ahead and to really happen. So he's getting, it's almost like showing me he's getting everything up to the right temperature. It's like making alcohol, like spirits or beer or something like that. You have them in these giant vats and you got to get everything up to the right. Show me the little temperature circle, like gauge thing, the heat thermometer. Trudeau's getting everything up till it's perfection to roll everything out, which will be next year. So he's putting it all in together. So I feel come next year, it'll be around March, everything's going to just start again. But it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Everything's going to start again, but it's going to be different stuff. It's different stuff. We know he's trying to pass bills for all the transgender and renewables and all that stuff, which is kind of getting a bit old and outdated now, isn't it? Because they're all doing this and we're all a bit over it and we're all laughing at it a bit with the whole electric cars on fire. And there's a huge recall ad too, guys. Did I tell you? There's a massive recall ad that keeps coming up on TV here in Oz for the home batteries that are connecting the solar systems and the electric cars and all that to people's houses. Those big batteries they put on the houses. Huge recall for all different sizes. It's probably one specific brand. The ad's on every 5 minutes. Pretty major. And they're saying, please check again because these are known to catch on fire. This is on TV, mainstream TV. It must be serious because mainstream TV would not be putting these emergency ads on. And they're literally ads for a recall. Oh, my God. So this is what I'm getting. So next year in Canada, I feel like this is what's going to happen. Trudeau's going to hit, but he's going to hit with everything at the same time. So it's almost like, see, he figures if he gets everything just to that right tipping point or the right boiling point or when everything's absolutely ready to roll out, the people just won't even see it coming and then they'll just give into it. See, that's what he sees happening. He thinks people will just give into it. They'll just give into it. But they're not going to give into it. But he thinks they will. He thinks if he can get this out on a large scale everything at the same time to the point that it confuses people. Yet again, confuses people. He feels like he can get the upper hand and he'll be able to override the people. It should be pretty easy. That's how Trudeau thinks. He thinks it should be pretty easy to override the people with their next load of BS garbage and lies that they're about to bring out, which would really be part 2, chapter 2 of the reset. We know there's more coming. Let me see if I can get anything here. Hang on. I'm getting a lot around the dictatorship, actually. Him getting more and more power and getting a more powerful position. I do feel like he won't want anyone going off grid. I do feel that in Canada. I feel he's going to lay down a lot of laws about not allowing people to be off grid moving forward. I mean, the thing is, if anyone's off grid, which some of you are, lucky you. But moving forward, if anyone tries to do that now, I feel like there's laws being passed that you're not allowed to do that. It's going to become illegal to be, that'd be right, to be off grid. Oh, you still have to register and pay fees if you're off grid. Oh, they're going to find loopholes. We know they are. It doesn't even make sense. Because how would they know? But they just know. Because they know everything about us, don't they? We know that. So I am getting that he might start to introduce things that are going to stop people and not allow people to be off grid. You're still going to have to pay, it's almost saying to me like fees. This sounds weird, I know, but I'll just say it anyway. Fees for hiring like solar panels and that. It feels like things are going to be for hire, like government solar panels, government devices. You get big discounts, but you're hiring it off the government. I'm just getting these dodgy schemes moving forward will be connected to government. That's what I'm getting. Things will be more for hire. You can hire like a package of solar panels and batteries and all that if you want to be off grid, but you've got to pay a regular fee to keep them maintained and serviced. And I don't know, they're going to offer these packages because of course no one can afford them. Who's got a chunk of 30 grand plus or whatever to put solar panels on their roof now? No one. It's like a small home loan, isn't it? So I do feel they're going to, this is in Canada, he's going to try and put the brakes on people going off grid because they need to be able to track and trace us. They need to be able to control. One of you was talking about that the other day, the lecky cars. They need to know where we are, where we're going, that they can limit our amount of travel, that we can be stopped from going here, stopped from going there. They can shut down electric cars. We know that. There's all this stuff going on. I feel like that's what's going to happen in Canada next year. He's going to try and control people being off grid. He doesn't want any more of that happening into the future. God, for the amount of people that are doing that anyway, you wouldn't think you'd bother, but then I guess there's a lot more happening now. People are putting their houses off grid. There's more and more of them here in Australia. It's not just tiny homes and, country living now. It's a lot of people thinking about because of the cost of electricity. So I do feel like that's what he's kind of working on in Canada. All right. I'm getting Chris Luxon again. He's taking it to the limit. I'm getting that. Take it to the limit. I feel like he's pushing things to the limit now. I do feel he's got an understanding of what the people are going through and he understands the cost of living. I did say he likes the finer things of life. He likes to do things in style. He's not a half-baked turnout. I feel like Chris Luxon, he is standing for the rights of the people. And when I get that, take it to the limit for him in New Zealand, I'm getting that he's taking this to the limits. He's pushing his resources, his trading with commodities and all that to the limit. He's really pushing the limits of this because he wants to get maximum value for like minimum dollar. That's what I'm getting. He wants to make the resources and everything work really well for the people. So is it maximum amount? So he doesn't want to pay a fortune, but he wants the New Zealanders to get good benefit from trade deals, if that makes sense. So he's pretty clever actually when it comes to trading. I feel like he has got New Zealand's best interests at heart still. And I feel like when he trades with other countries, it's not a lose-lose situation. It's a win-win, a smart situation. He puts New Zealanders first. That's what I'm seeing. He's very good at negotiating with other countries, Chris Luxon. And I feel like he's bypassing the middleman. He's not dealing with any middlemen anymore. He wants to deal directly with countries. So he's not got someone who's representing New Zealand or something anymore. I feel like he goes directly to the source. So he likes to actually do the exchanges himself. So you might get him doing more travel overseas or people coming to visit New Zealand. I feel like a lot more of this is going to start happening now. And he's cutting out the middleman. I'm getting he's cutting out the middleman. See, he sees that as a waste of taxpayer money too. All these extra people in between that are sort of useless and doing nothing really. He just eliminates that now. He doesn't need that in his government anymore. So you might have had a lot of middlemen that were just, well, taking big wages and really not doing anything or achieving anything. He's eliminating that. He likes being the decision maker, the one that locks in the final deals. He's very like business minded like that. He likes to control that narrative of resources and business dealings. That's his forte, is what I'm getting. All right. I'm getting back to the royal Kardashians, and I'm getting Chucky and Harry. They're showing me Chucky and Harry are trying to make amends. Not really seeing Meghan in the equation, but I am seeing that Chucky and Harry, they're trying to fix things. They're trying to fix things. It's like they're trying to fix everything with a Band-Aid. But the thing is, it's like my finger here where I cut my finger the other day. You can put a Band-Aid over something, but it doesn't mean that it's healed. It's just like covering it up, and you still got to work through, like by putting antiseptic on something and dealing with the wound itself. So I am feeling like even if we see Chucky and Harry together, we see so much of Harry, don't we? He's always in court. If we see them together, it doesn't mean everything's perfect, but it just means that everything's perfect for show. Everything's perfect for the Royal Kardashian stage show, basically. They're making this look good to the world. And, of course, the whole time, not to forget what the Royal Kardashians about, they're keeping themselves on the world stage. They're keeping their little show charade going that we're interesting, we're of value. Please buy more newspapers. Please buy more magazines. The Royal Kardashians are very interesting. This is what the picture they're painting. We're an interesting lot. Look over here, look over here. And see, you got to remember too, that don't even doubt it, that Chucky probably works with sushi a lot. You know, these things, political and royal in the UK, all overlaps. It's all the same thing. But if we're all looking at Harry and Chucky, you know, making up and maybe getting on for Christmas and all these kind of wonderful things, and looking at William and Kate and their wonderful perfect family portraits and all this stuff, no one's looking at sushi and what he's secretly doing behind the scenes, which is, as we know, probably not the greatest sort of, well, we'll call it new blueprint that is ready to roll out in the new year. So we're still getting that. We're getting the Raw Kardashians. They're still working on the image, keeping it in the faces, and it's working. Look how the tabloids and the newspapers and all the paparazzi are at the court looking at Harry, and we've got Chucky and Camilla all zipping around everywhere, being important, and I just can't, oh my God. Anyway, so they're still in our faces. The Raw Kardashians just won't go away. Even though we'd like them to fade into the background and go away, they're still not. It just never ends, does it? All right. What happened to the privacy tour? I want to know. The privacy tour. I'm sure South Park will come out with another funny show about the privacy tour, Meghan and Harry's privacy tour, because they really do want their privacy. I'm sure after 10 years or whatever, they'll probably eventually get some privacy. But at the moment, they still seem to be staying in the limelight, getting all the attention. Figure. Oh my God. All right, let's see if there's something else, then we'll pull some cards, guys. Gosh, I'm getting Rwanda. That's in Africa, isn't it, Rwanda? Could be some volatility in Rwanda. Could be some infighting. This could be even about mining issues. Big corporate coming in. I don't know what's in Rwanda. What's in Rwanda? Could be about big corporate takeovers and pushing their way and shoving the little people out. I'm just getting hostility and infighting in Rwanda. Not surprising, really, is it, guys? And this could be down the track too. Big, they're showing me like big rigs, like trucks and things like mining, but coming in and just taking over, stomping on the little people. That's what I'm getting for Rwanda. No, it's so typical, isn't it? All right, let me see if there's one more thing. Oh, Spocket's snoring so loud. I'm getting Chucky again. I'm getting Charles loves all the dignitary. Charles loves the pompous, bloody dignitary, all the BS that goes with it all. He loves it. He thrives in it. He loves it. He loves feeling above people because it makes him feel empowered. So you got a picture. He's an older man. How old is he? Is he 80? I don't even know how old Chucky is. He's pretty old. But I feel like it makes him feel powerful, even though he's old. If he's got the dignitary things going on and the salutes and all this kind of stuff, he feels important, he feels powerful, he feels like he's above people. He likes feeling above people. See, that's what he's always grown up with, feeling above people. Maybe not so much in his younger years, but I feel like as he got like over 30, he started to realize he was above people. I think up to that point, he really didn't feel above people. But then something flipped in his mind and he felt like he became elevated above people just purely because of his status and who he was, which is probably true. It's just a natural unfolding of the royal family. That's just how they become, isn't it? It would be very hard, for example, to keep yourself very grounded and stable when you're living in such opulence and wealth and such a not normal kind of lifestyle. Because he had a lot of normality. I think he even went to school in Australia, didn't he? Like his schooling was pretty normal. It was like boarding school and all this kind of thing. But then as he hit that maturity, there was a turning point where he put himself above, yes, little peasants and Lego people. And still to this day, he looks down on people from his tower We know that he does. You think about it though, like, what's he do to impress the little people? I know he does a bit of charity work probably, but I don't know. What, shake a few hands and, wander the streets and be a celebrity? That's what it's like these days, isn't it? They're just a celebrity. Yeah, they should put him on that Celebrity Get Me Out of Here in the Jungle. Imagine Charles out. Imagine Chucky doing that. Oh my God. All right, guys, how about we pull some cards today? Let's pull a couple of affirmation cards. Sorry about the snoring. Oh, God bless. Look at him. Isn't it a ding-dong? Look how cute that is. That's just too ridiculous, that dog. Sophie's asleep on the ground. She's had it. I'll have that one. Speak. Every single word you speak is a seed of intention. Choose your words wisely. Very true. And Louise L. Hay would tell you that. She's very, very big on the spoken word, Louise L. Hay. What you put out, you get back. And the reason for that is because it's a vibrational frequency. Everything has vibration. We know that here on this channel. Allow life. You could die one day knowing you've never really lived. Or you can live today knowing at any moment you could die. Wow, that's so awesome. You could die one day knowing that you've never really lived. Or you can live today knowing at any moment you could die. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the flower on the back. What an incredible saying. What was speak? Oh, that was like a lotus as well. Oh, that's so interesting. That's what we've learned to do on this channel. Live every moment. Because every moment's so precious. You don't want to, die knowing that you haven't lived. Life is about living. And I'm getting that Sherbet song. Of course I am. Life is for living. Life is for living. Daryl Braithwaite sings that. Oh, this is nice. Believe. The effort you give to yourself and those you love is more than effort. Is more than enough, rather. If that is what feels right to you, what you have can be enough. Oh. Very true. The effort you give to yourself and those you love is more than enough. It is, if that is what feels right to you, what you have can be enough. That's exactly right. What we offer can be enough. Look at that. That's the picture on the back. Oh, that's beautiful. And I think that's about believing in yourself, isn't it? And trusting that you are enough. There's nothing wrong with having your own opinions. What you have can be enough. We don't have to be perfect and know everything and be everything. But we have to know that we are enough. That's an important part of that, I feel. It really is. Let me see if there's something else to close with today, guys. It's just about believing in yourself, isn't it? Identifying with your truths. God, look at Sprout. You all right, sweetheart? Getting all comfortable. I'm getting that song, of course, by Sherbet. How's that? Another Daryl Braithwaite song, which is like a cricket song, really. But it's not. It's about, you messed about, I caught you out. How's that? Now that I've found where you're at, it's goodbye. Well, how's that? It's goodbye. That's a great song. Go listen to How's That by Sherbet. It's a brilliant song. All right, let's keep going. Oh, they're giving me a Doobie Brothers song. I just can't get to the words of it. Is it Long Train Run It? No. Down around the corner, half a mile from here, Vision push mama and the mountain they don't care. Without love, where would you be now, 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 now? Without love, ooh, where would you be now? And that's about the love frequency, like where would you be now? If we hadn't gone through our awakening process, we'd still be suffering in pain, hurts, blah, 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 carrying around our backpack of burdens. I'm just getting that song by the Doobie Brothers. Don't know what it's called. Oh, God. Is it Long Train? On a long red run, down around the track. I think it's called Long Train Coming or Long something like that. Let me see, there's one more thing. Hang on. Oh, how's this old song? To the bright side of the road, doo 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 doo. I'll be. All I know is the bright side of the road. To the bright side of the road, which is what we've chosen. We chose to go down the bright side of the road. We're not on the dark side of the road. We're on the bright side of the road. I don't know the rest of the song, but that is the song. Let me see if there's one more thing, guys, because I always confuse you at the very end, don't I? Oh, I'm getting an excess song. Live, baby, live. Now that the night is over, we can find out in the end there really is no difference. What's that song? There really is no difference. We can find out in the end. Live, baby, live. That the night is over. Well, we're living, baby, live, aren't we? That's what I'm getting for us, guys. Live, baby, live. Live every minute. It's like that little saying. Allow life. Live, baby, live. That's the song I'm going to leave you with today by In Excess. Live, baby, live. Now that the night is over. I love In Excess and Michael Hutchins. You know that I do. Not just because they're Aussies. I just love their music. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. I'm going to say goodbye from you and the doggos. All right, Sophie down here. There's Soph. Say goodbye, Soph. Goodbye, everyone. And there's Sprocky. He's not even going to wake up at all, I don't think. All right, guys. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.